Welcome to episode 92 of our deep dive into Robert Greene's The Law of Human Nature. Today we're talking about a tricky way some people try to control others, the sympathy strategy. It's a sneaky tactic used by those who always seem to play the victim in every situation. These individuals are masters at making others feel sorry for them, using that sympathy to manipulate and get what they want. In this episode, we'll uncover how this strategy works and its effects on relationships. Imagine someone you know who's always having a hard time. Maybe it's your coworker, a friend, or even a family member. They're constantly telling stories about how unfair life is to them. Everyone's against them. Nothing ever goes their way, and the world just seems out to get them. Sound familiar? Here's the weird part. These people often seem to enjoy talking about their problems. They go into great detail, making their stories super dramatic. It's like they're the star of their own sad movie. But pay close attention, and you might notice something odd. When other people talk about their own troubles, our victim doesn't seem all that interested. They might even look a bit bored. So what's really going on here? Well, these professional victims are using their sad stories as a tool. They want you to feel bad for them. Why? Because once you're feeling sympathetic, you're more likely to do things for them. You might give them extra help, spend more time with them, or cut them slack when they mess up. That's the control they're after. These folks are super sensitive to any hint that you might not believe them 100%. If you try to give advice or suggest that maybe, just maybe, they might be partly responsible for their problems, watch out. They might explode with anger and accuse you of being just like all the other mean people in their life. It's their way of making sure you don't question their victim status. Now here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes these people really do have tough lives. Bad things do happen to them. But if you look closely, you might see a pattern. They often make choices that lead to problems. They might pick partners who treat them badly, or they might have a nasty attitude at work that makes their boss criticize them. They forget to do important things, and then act surprised when everything falls apart. It's like they're secretly looking for trouble, even if they don't realize it. Deep down, part of them wants the drama. It feeds something in them, maybe a need for attention, or a way to avoid taking responsibility for their lives. It's important to understand the difference between these professional victims and people who are genuinely going through a tough time. Real victims often feel embarrassed about their problems. They don't like talking about them and might even blame themselves, even when it's not their fault. But our sympathy seekers, they can't wait to tell you all about their latest disaster. They love having an audience for their tales of woe. Sometimes these people take it even further. They might have all sorts of health problems, panic attacks, depression, constant headaches. And these symptoms might be real. But notice when they show up. Often, it's right when they need something from you, or when they think you're pulling away from them. It's like their body is playing along with their need for sympathy. These victims are really good at finding people who are kind and caring, the type of person who feels guilty easily. If you're someone who always wants to help others, you might be a perfect target for them. They'll soak up your time and energy, and before you know it, you're caught in their web of negativity and neediness. So how do you deal with someone like this? It's not easy, but the key is to create some emotional distance. You need to step back and look at the bigger picture. It might help to let yourself feel a little annoyed at how much time and energy you're spending on this person, especially when you realize how little they give back to you. Think about it. In your relationship with them, who gets most of the attention? It's always them, right? That's their power move. By making you focus on their problems all the time, they control the relationship. Getting some distance isn't simple, especially if you're a caring person. But it's important. It'll help you see what's really going on and maybe even give you the strength to step away from this unhealthy relationship. And here's something to remember. don't feel bad if you do decide to end the relationship. These professional victims are incredibly skilled at finding new people to latch onto. You'll probably be surprised at how quickly they find someone else to tell their tales of woe to. In the end, understanding the sympathy strategy can help you navigate tricky relationships. It doesn't mean you should stop being kind or caring, but it does mean being aware of when someone might be using your good nature against you. By recognizing these patterns, you can protect yourself from manipulation and keep your relationships healthier and more balanced. Remember, true friendship and support go both ways. It's okay to help others, but not at the cost of your own well-being. Stay aware, set boundaries, and don't let the drama of professional victims drag you down. You'll be happier and healthier for it in the long run. We're now accepting likes as donations. Your support gives us the motivation to create high-quality content just for you. If something resonated with you, we'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Your insights might just help someone else. Now, something important. Make it a habit to learn something valuable every day. The content you consume is like food for your brain, so be intentional about what you watch. Remember, the algorithm is designed to influence your thoughts. Don't let it control you. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe.